Hello there, everyone. The Andrade here, and welcome back to episode 37 of our Better Minecraft Plus Let's Play series. I may be wrong on that. I'd have to go look. Anyway, today we're working on getting ourselves a fancy new sword. Let's get started. So we're over here in our Eidolon area, and I need to do my daily praying to the dark gods. So I would use the blood sign, but in order to do this, I have to do the sacrifice animal, which means I'd have to somehow bring a animal into this underground village, which is honestly not the easiest thing possible. I could set up a warp plate, I guess, and then pick up an animal and then bring it in here and do it that way, which is a possibility. But for now, we're just going to do our standard 1, 2, 3 prayer and see what happens. And we were lucky, but it doesn't look like we learned anything. It didn't say, oh, you learned, how to do this and that and that and this. What we're waiting for is the ability to craft the prestigious palm. Because, well, this gives you +4 reach distance in your charm slot, which is great. In order to do so, though, I need to make this, where is it? Do I even know how to make this? I don't think it lets me even. Yeah, it tells me about it, but it doesn't tell me how to make this wicked weave. Though I also don't see this Calx of End in here either, so maybe it's not. Anyway, if we pull it up in JEI, the wicked weave is made with an unholy symbol. And I don't have the ability to make an unholy symbol at the moment, as far as I know. I don't know how even. It's not in the book, so I don't know, I don't know what the steps to making this are. And I don't see anything about it in here. So I'm going to assume there's another sign I have to do, or another, maybe another ritual that we're going to learn that will allow me to make the unholy sign. I'm just looking through, ritual of deceit and things, purifying, but nothing hey, this is how you make this. So we'll come back another day and see what we can do. I did go ahead and get honing on our bow again, and I want to pop it in here and see, okay, what is available on this. And we have punch 1. But if you remember, I'm pretty sure we had punch 2 on this before, so that does confirm my suspicions that this bow, Tetra bows, can be enchanted, but they do lose their enchants when you modify them in the table. And that probably includes repairing them. So enchanting Tetra stuff with the regular method is probably not your best bet. Unless you never plan on repairing your tool again, if you can make something with crazy high durability or something, or if you just have the ability to continuously, re-enchant it after the fact, maybe that would be, a possibility. Also, I know we spent all of last episode working on this tool belt, but to be honest, this jetpack, honestly though, I like the gravity belt better. Mainly because it basically negates fall damage, and I can jump over stuff like this. Yes, with the tool belt, I could just hold the button and fly over that and everything, but this is just a little bit more convenient. And I can take off with the elytra with this. Now, I can't, fly up and things like that. I don't have that ability, but I can take off and we can use regular fireworks. I mean, it's a little more expensive, I guess, in the fact that it costs paper. But until we get creative flight, I think this will work just fine because, I mean, this is convenient. And the tool belt just, I don't know. I jumped off a building and I took 5 hearts of fall damage earlier, or while I jumped down into our mine shaft, and it was just, I didn't like that. Yeah. So anyway, today what I'm working on is I want a new sword. We've had this sword for quite a while, this Red Geo sword, and it has served us well. But I want a different sword. And the sword I have decided to go with is the Draco Arcanus sword. There are 2 swords I was debating between, and that was the Ethereum broadsword and the Draco Arcanus sword. And the Ethereum broadsword is cool. It does have a faster swing speed, which I do like, because this one, the Draco Arcanus, has a slightly slower swing speed. Maybe I'll get both of them to compare it. I mean, the crafting recipe is pretty simple. Just requires, you have to make these ender rods, which we have the ability to, and some diamonds. Um, and then this requires me to make these ender pearl fragments with these obsidian ingots, which is why I have this obsidian with the iron here. I didn't press the button properly, so we kind of just fell off of our stairs, but that's okay. Can this be blasted? Oh, it can. All right, awesome. So maybe I'll make both and compare like that swing speed and see. I wish there was an enchant that actually increased swing speed. That'd be cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and put this in there. How are we doing on like our wheat? 94. I haven't done much AFKing, but if we need more bread, we don't. But if we do, eventually we have it. So we should be able to craft this thing now. Just waiting on one more of those. And I don't know what this Draco Arcanus staff does, to be honest with you. But we made it. It's used to make all of the Draco Arcanus stuff and things, but I don't know, like, what does this do by itself? It doesn't seem to do anything unless it's used to, like, maybe there's like a dragon out there we can use this on to control, but I don't see any usage of this, at least me clicking on things. Anyway, Draco Arcanus sword just uses some of our dragon skills that we got from killing the end dragon, and yeah. But anyway, so there we go. This is actually not too bad of a swing speed. This is slightly faster, but this is really not that much different. Plus, the texture looks really cool. Like, I like the look of this sword. So with that being said, we need to get our enchants off of this guy. So let's get a book. We may go the Tome of Hungering Knowledge route, possibly, depending on how much experience this is. Yeah, 550 levels to strip off all of our enchants on this. That is the only caveat with having something like this high, is that we don't have a lot of options for continuing enchanting on this. The Tome of Hungering Knowledge, though, may be our solution. This, if you combine it with an enchanted item in a crafting grid, it will take all the enchantments from the item and put it onto the tome. So we can take this, and then hopefully this will work. Yes. And we can strip all the enchants off. We keep the sword, and we can put that away. And yeah. And then we can take our splitting anvil here. There it is. It scared me. I was like, where did it go? If we take our magnet off for the moment, and we drop this, and we drop this, should split all those into books. And if we put our magnet on, it'll pick them all up. And there we go. We got all of our enchants as separate books, right? Yes. Oops. So then I can go into here and I can get our looting book, looting 12. And we can apply all of this to our anvil. Now, the question is, what is the best way to do this? Okay, so if I put this in here and I do this, that's going to cost 12 levels to do. What is the best way to maximize my levels? Because as far as I know, and it was mentioned in one of the comments before, that there is a hidden enchantability statistic, I guess, where you can only enchant an item so many times before it becomes cost prohibitive, as we saw with our levels. So we can put this looting in there. And do I have any Eternal Stella? Stellarite? I don't. So Indestructible is going to have to be what we use. But anyway, I'm trying to think. If I were to combine these books, right? So if we were to get some experience and we were to combine Looting 12 with Sea Infusion, let's do these in order of how I want them. Order of most important. Looting for sure. Also, let's grab the Slayer, because I wanted Slayer over Smite. Slayer 5. Increases damage against monsters, yes. Do I have any, Super Slayer? Slayer 5. Could I do the whole thing that I did earlier and get higher level Slayer? Do you guys think that's possible? I do have a axe. Have a gold great axe. Let's try this. Let's go to over here to Tetra. Does this work? Can I enchant this? No, I can't. Yeah, because it can go on an axe, but it says the provided material cannot be used. That's interesting because it can go on an axe. Huh. Or is it because this axe counts as a, it's a battle axe instead of a regular axe, and that's why it won't let it go on. Hmm. Well, it was worth a try. See, look, I can just jump right over that and I don't have to worry about it. Can we combine our two Slayer books to get a higher level of Slayer? No, not really. Okay. It was worth an effort. Maybe in the future we can, get a higher level of that. Okay, but anyway, so what I definitely want looting. I definitely want this Slayer on there. I like Sweeping Edge, Sharpness, and I don't know if we can have Sharpness and Slayer, so we'll do Slayer, and then we'll try Sharpness later. Scavenger for sure, and we don't need Smite. And then the rest of these are kind of sort of, we might be able to even get these ones back in the Eidolon enchanting table, which may even be a better way to go about it. And actually, honestly, the Eidolon enchanting table may be a better way to go about getting a lot of these back on here because you can re-enchant your already existing tools. So mainly it's these two that are like the over standard enchants that I would want, and then the rest of these can kind of just go. So let's do this. So we'll combine those two books, and then we can do these two books. And then if I do these two books, is that a better way of doing it? Because each one of those books was only enchanted twice instead of adding on to each book. Does that make sense? I don't know. There's secret mechanics in this, and I don't know exactly what they are. Yeah, you were 19 levels. Okay. So that's you and you, or you and you. Okay. So now we have Looting, Sweeping Edge, Scavenger 3, and Slayer 5. And if I were to try and put Sharpness on here, yeah, it won't work because the Slayer overwrites Sharpness. Okay. So then like Poison Blade. If we were to do Poison Blade and Health Steal. How many levels is this to put this book on here now? 44. And you can't go that way. So really, all right, so what I want definitely is Indestructible. So let's do that. We'll do Indestructible, and then the other enchants we can get back in the Eidolon crafting table because it is, oh no, that's not what I want. Whew. Pay attention. That is 5 levels, and then that is 50 levels. So it's going to take a minute because this does slow down as it starts going up into the higher levels. As you can see down there, our experience bar progressively gets slower and slower, which is why I said the 500 levels that it was going to require to, strip this off or upgrade was not going to be a feasible option because I would just be sitting here forever waiting for these levels to come. So let me come back when this is done. Okay, so after getting the 50 levels, we have Looting 12, Sweeping Edge 5, Scavenger 3, Slayer 5, and Indestructible on this guy. So let's go over to our Eidolon area and see what we can do in that regard. Underground Village. Hello. Hello, Tonette. How are you? Hey, maybe there's some cobwebs in these. Like, oh, there's an emerald. Nope. Grave robbing for cobwebs. That's literally what we've come down to. Because I'm just short one cobweb. Like, I need 4. And the shears, as you guys saw, the shears did not work. I don't know what to do. We need our soul crystals. And bam, bam. So we can get Sea Infusion or Hell Infusion again. We'll do Sea Infusion. We end up wet more often than we end up in the nether. So health steal. I don't like fire aspect on things. I don't like setting things on fire. Sure, you can be tinted. I don't want knowledge of the ages because it's going to make our looting 12 pointless. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Yeah, we have books we can enchant. Channeling. Don't know what that does. Oh, I knew that did. It's the lightning bolt thing. That one I did know. I don't know why I said I didn't know it. There's the health steal. There's Sea Infusion 3. Oh, Sea Infusion 4. We even got higher level of Sea Infusion on here. Okay. What do we got? Nothing worth doing. Pop our book back in. Obliteration, if you drop something on if you drop your anvil on an enchanted book, it can destroy it, I believe. Like, it can destroy enchants. Allows you able to split single enchantments from books they fall upon. Oh, maybe not. I don't understand what the difference between obliteration and splitting. Oh, okay. Obliteration takes off one enchant. Splitting can take off multiple. So I guess if you just want to take one enchant off of there, you can. I guess, if I'm reading that correctly. There's Poison Blade. There's Poison Blade. Oh, we can get Sea Infusion 5. Sure. Health Steal 3. Let's get another book. Oh, no. It was levels we were out of. Nope. So that book had digging on it. I don't know what digging does. It's from Organics and it has no description. Knowledge of the Ages. What we're looking for just now is Poison Blade level 2. That's literally the only thing I'm looking for. Goliath Slayer. Again, no description. And there's Poison Blade 3. And then pretty much the only thing left is going to be negative or curses or Knowledge of the Ages, which we don't want Knowledge of the Ages. So let's just see if there's anything in you. And then you, of course, we could, but I'm waiting for you to get more honing. And then I don't know, to be honest. We may end up replacing this bow if we can find any of these thunder feathers, these thunder dudes. But anyway, we can go back home. But look at our sword now. Oh, it's only 12 damage. Oh, because we have Slayer. It's 12 damage, but Slayer causes you to do extra damage against mobs. So it doesn't reflect in the tooltip that we're doing the extra damage. Like, normally it would say, oh, you're doing, 15 damage or 18 damage on here. It's not going to say that because it only takes effect when you actually hit a mob. But yeah, look, they ain't happy that I'm here. Look, that's doing pretty decent damage. Like, I'm not gonna complain about how much damage that just did. And we just got 38 leather and 37 common meat from this guy. Okay. If that doesn't tell you that looting 12 is absolutely broken, then I don't know what else to tell you, because looting 12 is absolutely broken. Let's get my fireworks back just in case I need to, go flying. But yeah, looting 12 is insane. Let's kill this guy. And we are doing, look, 20 leather from that. That's freaking ridiculous. I'm like, I want to like kill a cow. How much do we get from a cow? Seven leather from that one cow. That's hilarious. That is ridiculous. Plus 9 experience levels. Oh, wait, no. I got experience from killing the dragons. But yeah, so now we have a pretty darn OP sword. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is significantly more OP. And the only other thing that we may upgrade for would be like, the dragon sword. Where is it at? Like these dragon steel swords. We'll probably end up being able to get the lightning one, which does 25 damage, or from Twilight Forest, there is the crystal sword. Is that what it is? Or the glass sword? The glass sword from Twilight Forest is a joke. because it does 40 damage, but it generally breaks. But if I remember correctly, you can enchant this, and I think you can put indestructible on this. So then it is no longer a meme sword. Can you put indestructible on this? Mending, unbreaking. We'd have to see. We'd have to get one and then see if we can put indestructible on this. But for now, I mean, this is a pretty darn ridiculously OP sword as is. So that would be the only thing we would want to upgrade to eventually if we decided we were going to, change swords. I'm just curious. Our last sword cost 550 levels. If we were to extract all the stuff off of this, only 54. And see, that's because of those hidden enchantment levels that are present, or the hidden enchantment statistics that are present in Minecraft. Each item only has so many times it can be enchanted, because every time you enchant it increases the amount of experience that it needs to continue enchanting it. Does that make sense? Because it makes sense to me, in my head at least. Okay, so we got that going. My next goal, I really want to get this Explorer's Compass, so I'm gonna go. I need to try and figure out how are we supposed to get cobwebs, because I want to start working on getting us this Grace of the Creator, because we have everything for this. We literally have all the stuff we need for this, bam, except for the Ethereum ingots, but we can quickly smelt those up, and our Elytra, which we have. The Gift of the Heaven, we have everything for this except for the Nether Star. Oops. Which we can get a Nether Star fairly easy. A Blank Scroll is easy to craft. And then this Angel's Blessing. So we need to get these village temples. And finding these things is not going to be the easiest thing in the world unless we have the Explorer's Compass, which allows us to, find things. But again, this is all I got for how to make things. This alchemy is from an alchemist in Blue Skies. But we have not gone to the Blue Skies dimension. So I guess maybe we could do, we could go to the Blue Skies dimension. I have never been there, so I don't exactly know how to do it. It's Everbright or Everdawn, I believe. And there's no, real quest guide for all this, so I'm going to have to go look it up. But maybe we can do some exploration of different dimensions next episode. What do you guys think of that, maybe? We've done some end exploring. We've done some nether exploring. How about we enter into a different dimension? What say you? Anyway, it's a little bit early, but that's the end of today's episode. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do, which dimension. Probably, I think Blue Skies is probably where we're going to end up. I've never done it before. It looks interesting. So I'm going to look into how we can get into that. And then next episode, we'll start doing a little bit of exploration there. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. And it really, 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 really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.